In 2018, Larry Culp took the helm of General Electric, inheriting massive debt and a sclerotic culture. Now he's moving the business forward, splitting it into 3 separate companies focusing on power, aviation, and healthcare. I spoke with Larry earlier this week. Larry, thanks so much for coming in the studio, joining us on the show. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jack.
So you had a tough job to begin with. Then so many things happened: COVID, inflation, the war in Ukraine. Most recently, in the past month or two, what pivots have you had to make at GE to respond to what's going on in the rest of the world?
Jack, I think our first pivot has really been to focus on the safety and well-being of our teams in the region. We don't have a large footprint in Ukraine, approximately 60 people, but we've been very keen to make sure they're in a safe place. We also have a number of Ukrainians who work for us elsewhere in the region, particularly in Poland, and they have been clearly top of mind for us as well. Russia represents about 2% of our overall sales, so we really don't have tremendous exposure to Russia itself. But we did, as you may know, suspend our operations in Russia, with the exception primarily of our healthcare operations.
So one interesting element with geopolitics, inflation, the price of energy, is suddenly nuclear power looks maybe more interesting. It's also good in terms of climate change. GE has a foot in that business. Tell me about, what's your view of the future of nuclear and what GE might be and how GE might be involved?
Well, between our renewable energy and our power businesses, we really touch every part of generation, both conventional generation and renewables, primarily in wind, both on and offshore. With respect to nuclear, we're really excited about what we refer to as the SMR, the small modular reactor. We've had a number of customer commitments in Canada with Ontario Power, more recently here in the US with the TVA. So these are longer cycle developments. So we won't see a modular reactor installed here in 2022. But when we think about the energy transition and the trilemma of sustainability, reliability, and affordability, we think nuclear has a role to play.
So you mentioned some of the renewables. Give me a sense of where that stands. Wind seems really big offshore now. Those turbines are pretty large. Takes a big company to build those. What's your view?
Well, we are big in wind, pardon the expression. We're the #1 provider here in the United States for onshore wind. We don't have a large offshore business today, but with our new Haliade X offshore wind turbine, we've got $7 billion of backlog, both here and in Europe. So we're excited about that product development, that product launch over the next several years.
So you source from all over the globe. So I suspect you have a pretty good view of the leading indicators in terms of supply chain. Obviously, it's been extraordinarily frustrating for anybody wanting a refrigerator to dealing with the inflation that has helped light a fire under. What's your view? Is there any green shoot that suggests we may be unsnarling the supply chain issue?
Well, Jack, you're right. We have seen both product availability challenges and inflationary pressures really the world over, almost without exception, in terms of various commodity classes. It's a day-to-day battle, but in our recent reviews with the businesses, we've heard some encouraging signs. I'm not sure there's signals yet, but particularly electronic components, that we may have just better line of sight, a better command of what we will see from our suppliers over the next 3 to 6 months. It starts there.
So let's pivot to the stock. There's some very smart money betting on GE, including a guy named David Giroux. T. Rowe Price is the largest shareholder of GE. But you look at the chart, it's been pretty flat over the past few years. What is Wall Street missing?
Well, the company's been through a lot, and we're fortunate not only to have T. Rowe in the stock, but some other leading institutions. It's not my place to talk about the stock on any one day, but I think if you talk to David or others, there's a view that the earnings and the cash generation potential of GE is significant. We're running the business better every day. And as we look forward to the announcement that we made back in November to spin both our healthcare and our power and renewables businesses out as independent companies, there are going to be 3 GE businesses in the future leading important industries. And we think that will certainly serve to unlock additional value.
Despite the mythology of one of your predecessors, frankly, GE was not well managed, arguably for decades. You came in there, you're pushing the reset button. In 1 minute, if that's possible, can you give us the hallmarks of your management style and how you're changing things up?
Well, I studied the company over a long period of time, and there's a lot of good in our heritage now, 130 years in the making.
It's even older than Barron's. Congratulations.
But again, if you look at our leadership behaviors, we talk a lot at GE about humility, the tendency to ask good questions rather than to give smart answers, right? Transparency, putting it all out on the table, the good and the bad, the red and the green, if you will. And again, focus. Those are the sorts of things that have always been near and dear to me, and again, represent the leadership behaviors of GE today and the future.
It's not often easy for people to admit what they don't know, but it's a heck of a lot better way to run a company.
It's really the only way, Jack, that I know.
Larry Culp, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.